Hey Gemini, I need you to sit down for this reading because what I am about to share with you is so powerful, so transformative, that it literally gave me chills when I started pulling these cards. I have been doing tarot for years, and I can tell you right now that this energy coming through for you is absolutely incredible. The universe is not playing games anymore. There is a massive shift happening, and your enemies, the people who have been working against you, plotting behind your back, sending you negative energy, they are about to face something they never saw coming. Divine justice is here, and it is swift, it is absolute, and it is non-negotiable. Before we dive into the cards, I just want to say that if you have been feeling like you have been fighting an uphill battle, like no matter what you do, there are always people trying to tear you down or block your blessings. This reading is your confirmation that all of that is about to change. The spiritual realm has been watching everything. Every single thing that has been done to you, every lie that has been told about you, every attempt to sabotage your success, it has all been documented. And now the scales are balancing. The universe is cutting off the heads of snakes, and I mean that literally in the spiritual sense. The people who thought they could mess with you and get away with it are about to learn a very hard lesson. So let me start pulling cards, and I am going to walk you through exactly what is happening in your energy right now and what is coming for you in the near future. This is going to be detailed. This is going to be real. And this is going to give you the clarity you have been searching for. The first card I pulled for you is the Knight of Cups. And honestly, when this card showed up, I immediately felt this wave of emotional vindication energy. The Knight of Cups is coming in to show you that there is someone, or maybe even you yourself, who is going to be delivering a message or an opportunity that completely changes the emotional landscape of your situation. This is not just any message, Gemini. This is the kind of communication that exposes truth, that reveals what has been hidden, that brings to light all the manipulation and deceit that has been happening around you. What I love about the Knight of Cups in this position is that it represents someone who moves with integrity and emotional intelligence. This could be you stepping into your power and finally speaking your truth without fear. Or this could be someone coming into your life who sees exactly what has been going on and decides to stand up for you, to advocate for you, to make sure that the right people hear the real story. I am seeing that your enemies thought they had everyone fooled. They thought their lies and their schemes were airtight. But the Knight of Cups is showing me that there is a crack in their armor, and truth is flooding through like water breaking through a dam. The energy around this card is also telling me that you have been way too kind, way too forgiving, way too willing to give people the benefit of the doubt. And while that speaks to the beauty of your character, it also meant that certain people took advantage of your good nature. They saw your kindness as weakness. They saw your silence as permission to keep disrespecting you. But that version of you, the one who stayed quiet to keep the peace, that version is evolving. The Knight of Cups is you on a mission now, guided by emotional clarity and spiritual protection, and you are not backing down anymore. I also want to mention that this card often represents romantic or creative opportunities. So while justice is being served to your enemies, you are simultaneously being blessed with beautiful new beginnings. The universe does not just remove the negative, it replaces it with something better. So while your enemies are falling apart, you are rising up and attracting genuine connections, real opportunities, and authentic love into your life. Now the second card and this one made me actually pause because the energy shifted so dramatically. I pulled the Page of Swords and immediately I heard the word exposure. The Page of Swords is the messenger of truth, the investigator, the person who digs deep and finds out what is really going on. This card is telling me that someone has been gathering information. Whether this is you doing your own research, finally putting the pieces together, or whether this is someone else who has been watching the situation unfold and taking notes, there is a revelation coming. The Page of Swords does not come to play. This energy is sharp, it is strategic, it is intelligent. Your enemies thought they were clever, but they underestimated who they were dealing with. They did not realize that while they were busy plotting in the shadows, the light of truth was already shining on everything they were doing. Every text message, every conversation, every lie they told to other people, it is all being brought to the surface. And here's the thing about the Page of Swords energy. It does not just expose things quietly. This is public exposure. This is the kind of revelation that makes people gasp, that makes people realize they were fooled, that makes your enemies lose credibility and respect in the eyes of others. I am also getting that some of you Geminis have been dealing with gossip, with people spreading rumors about you, trying to ruin your reputation. The Page of Swords is confirmation that those same people are about to have their own dirty laundry aired out. The very weapon they used against you, gossip and lies, is going to be the weapon that destroys their credibility. There is a beautiful poetic justice in this because they created their own downfall. They set a trap, and they are the ones who are going to fall into it. What I also love about this card is that it encourages you to stay sharp, stay aware, and do not let your guard down just because things seem to be shifting in your favor. The Page of Swords is telling you to keep your eyes open, keep documenting things if you need to, keep protecting yourself legally or professionally if the situation calls for it. You are not being paranoid, you are being smart. And that intelligence is going to serve you incredibly well as the situation continues to unfold. The third card I am pulling for you is the Queen of Cups, and oh my goodness, this energy is so nurturing and so powerful at the same time. The Queen of Cups represents emotional mastery. This is you fully in control of your emotions, fully healed from the pain that these people caused you, fully aligned with your intuition and your inner knowing. What your enemies do not understand is that they did not break you. They tried, they really did try, but instead of breaking you, they actually made you stronger. They forced you to develop emotional resilience, spiritual awareness, and an unshakable sense of self-worth. The Queen of Cups is also a deeply intuitive card, and it is reminding you that your intuition has been screaming at you about these people for a while now. You felt it in your gut. You sensed that something was off. You knew that certain people were not being genuine with you. But maybe you ignored those feelings because you wanted to believe the best in people, or because you did not want to cause drama, or because you were not ready to face the truth. The Queen of Cups is here to validate that your intuition was right all along. You were not crazy, you were not overthinking, you were picking up on real energy and real intentions. Moving forward, this card is encouraging you to trust your intuition even more. When something feels off about a person or a situation, honor that feeling. When your inner voice is telling you to protect yourself or walk away, listen to it. The Queen of Cups has mastered the art of emotional intelligence, and she knows how to navigate complex situations with grace and wisdom. She does not need to fight dirty because she knows that truth and integrity always win in the end. And that is exactly where you are right now, Gemini. You are stepping into that Queen of Cups energy, where you do not need to defend yourself aggressively, because your energy, your truth, and your alignment speak for themselves. I am also seeing with this card that you are going to be entering a period of deep emotional fulfillment. After everything you have been through, after all the betrayal and disappointment, the universe is bringing you peace. Real peace. The kind of peace that comes from knowing you are protected, knowing you are valued, and knowing that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. The fourth card is the Hanged Man. And I know this card can sometimes feel frustrating, because it represents pause and surrender. But in this context, it is absolutely perfect. The Hanged Man is showing me that while you were in this waiting period, while it felt like nothing was happening and your enemies were getting away with everything, the universe was actually orchestrating something massive behind the scenes. You were in a spiritual suspension, a divine pause where you were being protected from making reactive decisions and where your enemies were being given just enough rope to hang themselves. With the Hanged Man is about seeing things from a completely different perspective. What looked like a loss was actually a blessing in disguise. What felt like a delay was actually divine timing protecting you. What seemed like your enemies winning was actually them digging their own graves deeper and deeper. This card is confirming that everything happened exactly the way it needed to happen. If things had been resolved sooner, the lessons would not have been learned, the evidence would not have been gathered, and the justice would not have been as complete as it is about to be. I am also getting that the Hanged Man represents a sacrifice you made. Maybe you sacrificed your pride by staying quiet when you wanted to speak up. Maybe you sacrificed relationships by walking away from toxic people. Maybe you sacrificed short-term comfort for long-term peace. Whatever it was, the Hanged Man is telling you that sacrifice was worth it. You are about to see why you had to go through that period of suspension. You are about to understand why the universe asked you to wait, to trust, and to surrender control. This card is also a reminder that your enemies are now in their own Hanged Man moment, but theirs is not a peaceful surrender. Theirs is a forced reckoning. They are suspended in a situation they cannot escape from. They are seeing their world from an upside-down perspective where everything they thought was secure is actually falling apart. They cannot move forward. They cannot go back. They are just stuck in the consequences of their own actions. And while that might sound harsh, it is actually divine justice playing out perfectly. The fifth card I pulled is Page of Pentacles, and this is where the energy shifts from justice being served to blessings flowing in. The Page of Pentacles represents new opportunities in the material world. This could be a new job offer, a financial opportunity, a chance to learn a new skill, or the beginning of a project that is going to bring you tangible success and abundance. What I love about this card showing up right now is that it proves the universe is not just removing the negative people from your life. It is actively replacing them with positive opportunities. Your enemies wanted to block your success. They wanted to keep you small, keep you struggling, keep you from reaching your full potential. But the Page of Pentacles is showing me that while they were busy plotting against you, the universe was busy plotting for you. Doors are opening that they cannot close. Opportunities are coming that they cannot sabotage. Blessings are flowing that they cannot intercept. You are entering a season of learning, growth, and material manifestation that is going to completely transform your life. The Page of Pentacles also represents a studious, dedicated energy. This is you committing to your goals, putting in the work, staying focused on your vision even when distractions and obstacles appear. Your enemies thought they could distract you from your path, but they actually did the opposite. They motivated you to work harder, to prove them wrong, to become even more successful than you originally planned. And now that motivation is paying off, you are seeing the results of your dedication and your discipline. I am also getting that some of you might be going back to school, starting a certification program, learning a new skill online, or investing in your personal development in some way. The Page of Pentacles is encouraging you to keep learning, keep growing, and keep investing in yourself, because that investment is going to yield incredible returns. Your future self is going to thank you for the work you are putting in right now. The sixth card, and this one is so incredibly powerful. I pulled the Chariot, and the energy of this card is pure victory. The Chariot is one of the most triumphant cards in the entire deck. It represents willpower, determination, and absolute success against all odds. This card is telling me that you are not just surviving this situation, you are conquering it. You are not just getting through this battle, you are winning the war. The Chariot is you moving forward with unstoppable momentum, with divine protection surrounding you, and with complete confidence in your ability to overcome any obstacle. What I find so beautiful about the Chariot showing up in this reading is that it confirms you are in the driver's seat of your own life now. For a while, it might have felt like other people had control, like your enemies were steering your narrative or dictating your opportunities. But the Chariot is showing me that you have taken the reins back. You are the one making the decisions now. You are the one choosing your direction. You are the one controlling your destiny, and no matter how much your enemies try to interfere, they cannot stop the momentum you have built. The Chariot also represents balance and control. You are not moving forward recklessly or emotionally. You are moving forward with strategy, with wisdom, with clear intention. You have balanced your masculine and feminine energies, your logic and your intuition, your softness and your strength. And that balance is what makes you unstoppable. Your enemies are chaotic, reactive, driven by jealousy and insecurity. But you are calm, centered, and driven by purpose. That is why you are winning. I am also seeing that the Chariot can represent literal movement or travel. Some of you might be relocating to a new place, traveling for an opportunity, or physically removing yourself from a toxic environment. If that resonates with you, know that this move is divinely guided and it is going to open up so many doors for you. Your enemies wanted to keep you trapped in a certain situation or location, but the Chariot is your liberation. You are free to go wherever you want, to pursue whatever calls to you, and to create the life you have always dreamed of. The seventh card is Nine of Swords. And I know this card looks scary, but hear me out because in this context, it is actually showing me what is happening to your enemies, not to you. The Nine of Swords represents anxiety, sleepless nights, mental torment, and overwhelming guilt. This is what your enemies are experiencing right now. They cannot sleep because their conscience is eating them alive. They cannot find peace because they know what they did was wrong. They cannot escape the mental prison they have created for themselves. The Nine of Swords is often called the nightmare card, and that is exactly what is happening for the people who came against you. They are living in a nightmare of their own making. Every time they close their eyes, they are haunted by their actions. Every time they try to move forward, they are pulled back by the weight of their guilt and the consequences of their choices. They thought they could hurt you and move on like nothing happened, but the universe does not work that way. Karma is real and it is relentless. What I want you to understand about this card is that you do not need to do anything to make your enemies suffer. You do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to expose them publicly. You do not need to fight back. The Nine of Swords is showing me that they are tormenting themselves. Their own minds are their worst enemy. They cannot escape the truth of what they have done, and that truth is destroying them from the inside out. For those of you who have been struggling with anxiety or sleepless nights because of what these people put you through, the Nine of Swords is also a message that those difficult nights are coming to an end. As your enemies enter their Nine of Swords phase, you are exiting yours. The mental and emotional torment they caused you is being lifted. You are finding peace, you are finding clarity, and you are finding the ability to rest and heal. The tables have completely turned. The 8th card is 6 of Pentacles, and this card just fills my heart with so much hope and gratitude because it represents generosity, fairness, and balanced giving and receiving. The 6 of Pentacles is showing me that after a period where you felt like you were constantly giving and never receiving, where you were pouring into people who never appreciated you, where you were supporting others who never supported you back, all of that is shifting. You are entering a phase where the giving and receiving in your life is going to be balanced and fair. The 6 of Pentacles often shows up when financial blessings are coming your way. This could be a raise, a bonus, an unexpected payment, a gift from someone, or a business opportunity that brings in money. The universe is repaying you for all the times you gave without expecting anything in return, for all the times you were generous even when you did not have much to give, for all the times you helped others even when no one was helping you. Your generosity did not go unnoticed, and now you are being rewarded. This card is also about justice in the material world. While your enemies are losing resources, losing opportunities, and losing financial stability, you are gaining all of those things. The wealth and abundance they tried to keep from you is flowing directly to you. The success they tried to block is manifesting for you. The blessings they tried to steal are being delivered to you with divine protection around them so that no one can take them away. I'm also seeing that the 6 of Pentacles represents you being in a position to help others. Once you receive these blessings, you are going to be able to give back, to support people who are going through what you went through, to be the generous and kind person you have always been, but now from a place of abundance rather than lack. And that is such a beautiful full circle moment because it shows that your enemies tried to make you bitter and cynical, but instead you remained compassionate and open-hearted. The 9th card is 3 of Pentacles, and this is all about collaboration, teamwork, recognition, and mastery. The 3 of Pentacles is showing me that your skills and your talents are being recognized by the right people. You are being seen, you are being valued, and you are being invited to collaborate on projects or opportunities that are going to elevate your status and expand your influence. This is not just about getting a pat on the back. This is about being acknowledged as an expert, as someone who has mastered their craft, as someone who brings real value to the table. What your enemies wanted was to diminish your reputation, to make people think less of you, to convince others that you were not as talented or as capable as you actually are. But the 3 of Pentacles is proof that their smear campaign failed. The people who matter, the people who have real influence and real opportunities to offer, they see the truth. They see your quality, your dedication, your skill, and they want to work with you. The 3 of Pentacles also represents building something solid and lasting. This could be a business, a creative project, a professional reputation, or even a relationship. Whatever you are building right now, it is being constructed on a foundation of integrity and excellence. Your enemies tried to sabotage your foundation, but they could not because you built it the right way. You did not cut corners, you did not compromise your values, and you did not rush the process. And now what you have built is strong enough to withstand any attack and beautiful enough to attract genuine support and collaboration. I am also getting that some of you are going to be working with a team or a partner who truly appreciates you and respects your contributions. This is such a contrast to the past where you might have been working with people who took credit for your work or who did not value what you brought to the table. The 3 of Pentacles is bringing you into alignment with people who see you as an equal, who honor your expertise, and who want to create something amazing together. The 10th and final card I pulled for you is 6 of Swords, and I could not think of a more perfect card to end this reading. The 6 of Swords represents transition, moving away from difficulty, and heading toward calmer waters. This card is showing me that you are leaving behind the chaos, the drama, the toxicity, and the pain. You are moving into a new chapter where peace, clarity, and emotional stability are the norm. The storm is over, Gemini. You made it through. The Six of Swords often depicts a boat moving across water, carrying people from one shore to another. This is you being guided by divine forces, by your spirit guides, by the universe itself, from where you were to where you are meant to be. You are not making this journey alone. You are being supported, protected, and guided every single step of the way. And even though you might not be able to see exactly where you are going yet, you can trust that it is somewhere so much better than where you have been. What I love about this card is that it acknowledges the journey was difficult, but it also confirms that the worst is behind you. You do not have to fight anymore. You do not have to defend yourself anymore. You do not have to prove anything to anyone anymore. You can just breathe, release, and allow yourself to be carried forward into the peace and the blessings that are waiting for you. Your enemies are stuck in the chaos you are leaving behind. They cannot follow you where you are going because their energy is too heavy, too toxic, too dark. You are rising above all of that and entering a dimension they cannot access. The Six of Swords also represents mental clarity and emotional healing. The confusion, the pain, the betrayal, all of it is being processed and released. You are gaining perspective on everything that happened. You are understanding the lessons, integrating the wisdom, and emerging from this experience stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true self. This transition period is sacred, Gemini. Honor it, give yourself grace, and know that every step you take forward is a step toward the life you were always meant to live. So to bring all of this together, the cards we pulled were Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Hanged Man, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and Six of Swords. This reading is a complete story of divine justice, personal victory, and beautiful new beginnings. Your enemies tried to destroy you, but instead they activated your greatest transformation. The universe cut off the heads of the snakes who were poisoning your life, and now you are free to rise, to thrive, and to claim every single blessing that has your name on it. I hope this reading brought you clarity, confirmation, and peace. If you felt the energy of these cards speaking directly to your situation, trust that. Your intuition brought you to this reading for a reason. The universe wanted you to know that you are protected, you are loved, and you are absolutely victorious. Keep moving forward, Gemini. Your best days are ahead of you,